Welcome back to the channel, guys. Thanks so much for joining me here. It's Sunday evening. I hope you guys have had a fantastic weekend. Welcome to the best Harry Potter related channel on the entire internet. Thanks so much for joining me here. It's Sunday evening, and I need to mute that because I didn't mute that. But anyway, so here we go. Gryffindor starts off with a 99 cent super chat sticker there. Thank you so much for that, my friend. Thank you so much. Absolutely incredible. Great way to start off. Thank you so much there. Super chat sticker. What a super way to start off the stream. Gryffindor, you are an absolute gem. You're an absolute star. Thank you so much for that. Really do appreciate that. That's great. So we've got Gryffindor, we've got Core, we've got Erica, we've got some other people here as well. Great to see you guys here. Thanks so much for joining me as always. Hope you guys, like I said, I hope you've had a fantastic weekend. We've got Scotty there as well. It's great to see Scotty. He's just popped up. Great to see you there as always, my friend. Thank you so much for joining us as well. But yeah, just want to say hats off to Gryffindor once more again for sending in that super chat. And for Cloud Apps sending in that $10 super chat in the last stream as well. You guys supporting the streams really do help to make this content possible. So once again, thank you so much, guys. That really does mean a lot. So we have a jam-packed stream tonight as well. We have 3 main topics like we always do. And we're going to be talking about some magical models that I think you guys will find really, really fun. I found them in my local store today. I came home, looked them up on the internet, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to pass on this information to you guys because I think you guys will enjoy these products. And yeah, so we're going to dive into that for our first topic. Our second topic, we're going to be talking about Hogwarts Legacy 2. And we're going to be talking about features that players want to see in the sequel game. So I think that will be fun as well. We'll dive into that, guys, because, you know, there's a lot of different requests that people want from Hogwarts Legacy 2. And I think that discussion is always fun to have here on the channel. Then up third, we're going to be talking about Alan Rickman, Snape himself, and talking about the charity that he did on set during the Harry Potter films. And it's really heartwarming. It's really kind of tear-jerking to hear the kind of things that he used to do charity-wise on the Harry Potter sets. It's really humbling, and man, it's just absolutely fantastic. Gryffindor there says, I want a relationship option. Yeah, I mean, that would be kind of cool. It depends how they implement it. Depends how they do it. I want a kind of reputation system where you can either be a good wizard or a bad wizard. I think that will make the game a lot more fun and replayable as well. I mean, if you can go down the evil route, you can go down the good route. You know, I think that will make it replayable as well. And yeah, I know where you... Gryffindor, I know why you want the relationship option. It's because you want to be in a relationship with Sebastian. That's exactly why. Don't, you know, let's not beat around the bush here. Sebastian is where it's at, and you know it. Absolutely, she knows it. Let's not kid ourselves here. So, consequences of your choice I want to have in the game. Yeah, Erica says the exact right thing there. That's exactly what we want. We want kind of, you know, you can run around, and depending on, you know, what kind of missions you do, the characters you interact with, the choices that you have, we want those to kind of play out within the story. But it's a very hard thing to implement into the game. I probably said to you guys before, I do have a friend of mine who works in game development, and he's told me before, reputation systems within games are notoriously difficult to implement. Because like I say, there's so many different avenues the game can go down, but depending on if you're good or bad, and it kind of changes the game. But then you have to make multiple options, and it's really complicated. It's hard to code. It takes a lot of time to do. That's why a lot of games don't implement that kind of thing, because it can be very, very difficult to do. So, Gryffindor, it's okay. You don't have to blush. Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to dive straight into our first topic, guys. There's no time like the present here. Let's jump straight in. And we're going to be talking about these really kind of sweet little magical models that you can buy online. And I think they're charming as hell. And this is why I wanted to share it with you guys. So let's dive in and let's check it out. This isn't actually a news story, but this is a product that I actually came across. There's a shop just down the street from me, like a hobbycraft shop that sells all kinds of different things. And they sell some of these small miniature DIY kind of sets here, and they're really, really charming. And I just want to say before we go any further, I don't work for the company. I'm not a representative. I make no money here. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm purely looking at this from a fan perspective. And if I see an interesting product in the wizarding world or something related to magic or magical or something like that that I think is really cool, I just want to pass it on to you guys as a fan. If you're looking for something new to buy, to collect, you know, all this kind of great stuff. And as a fan, I just want to pass that along to you guys. So I just wanted to put that out there. I make no money. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I just wanted to let you guys know that before we go any further. But yeah, so these little miniature sets here, like I say, I saw them today at this shop up the road. I came home, looked them up online, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to make a small video here and let the guys know about this as well, just in case they were interested. So these beautiful little kind of dioramas here of the inside of like magical shops, they're so charming and so cool. So here we have Row Life DIY Miniature House, The Magic Study. So if we take a look at this image here, I mean, look at how charming this is. Look. This is a really zoomed in view here. I mean, just look at this. I mean, it's so cool. So we got like the inside of a little kind of magical shop going on here. We've got a little briefcase down here with all kinds of different magical items in it. There's a letter in there. It looks to be like a divination ball. There's some other bits and pieces, letters and things. We've got this bookshelf in the background where it looks like there's some maps up here. We've got some books. In the background, we've got another divination ball. We've got a cauldron. We've got the titular kind of snowy owl here. Hedwig kind of looking owl almost, but this one's a little bit brown. We've got the kind of the sorting hat almost here, like a witch's or wizard's hat, sat on the chair. In the background, we've got some more potion papers. We've got a broom, a wand down here on some potion books. I think this is really charming and really sweet. And like I say, I definitely need to get one of these at some point. And this is what the model set looks like before you've constructed it. So it's made up of these kind of small wooden pieces, almost very similar to what we look like. You remember what we looked at yesterday on yesterday's stream, where we looked at those brand new Harry Potter wooden collectibles? This is very, very similar to that, but this isn't official Harry Potter merchandise. This is called Row Life. So it's from a company called Row Life. They're obviously trying to play into the Harry Potter theme, but they don't have the license. So they're trying to mimic Harry Potter here as closely as they can without breaching the copyright, I would assume. But this is what it looks like before you put it together. So it's got individual slots. It's kind of like a 3D puzzle where you slot everything together, and then you end up with a beautiful kind of little kind of diorama, like this little kind of magical shop here, like you can see. And some of the individual close-up components there with the divination ball, the cauldron. We get a close-up look at the chest again, with all its little bits of magic. There's some ingredients, divination ball, the letter there, and some plant recipes and things in the background. And that's kind of what the whole thing looks like there. So again, very, very charming. So let's keep going on to the next one. So we have this one here. This is Kiki's Magic Emporium. So very, very similar in style. Let's check this out. So this is an emporium, which is again really, really fun. So we've got a lantern, we've got a big, chest of drawers at the back, what I assume would have loads of ingredients. There's some like potion bottles in here. We've got books. We've got a quill with the ink there. Some more potion ingredients in these kind of boxes here. We've got the door, we've got the star hanging, we've got the light, we've got the Magic Emporium sign. So yeah, really charming. I mean, it just looks great. I mean, I could imagine having a couple of these here on my desk. I think they would look so cool. And let's just go through. So we can see some of the boxes there again with the potions. There's another kind of chest of drawers there, which would probably have a lot more potions and letters and different kinds of magical items. And then we have that kind of display cabinet at the front with the quill and the ink, and then the potion book, the spell book, and the potions. Really, really nice. And then this kind of lantern at the front as well. Okay, on to the next one here. We have Magic House. So this one is a book nook. So instead of this one being kind of like a shop, it's more of a kind of vertical format. And you put it at the end of your books so you can display your books next to it, which is kind of really fun. And this is kind of a riff on Diagon Alley. I love the fact that they've put this in a kind of snowy theme here with this little deer. This looks really, really nice. So you can see here, as you look into the book nook, it's got this kind of breakdown of this kind of magical alleyway here. And as you can see, that looks exactly like Diagon Alley. But as I say, they don't have the Harry Potter licensing here, so they can't use the term Diagon Alley. So they've had to call it something else. But, any person looking at this knows that this is Diagon Alley. You've got magical equipment shop here. You've got like a kind of like a, it looks like an advertisement sign here. It looks like you've got like a cat down here, and the alleyway kind of goes into the book nook there, and it's got a light down in the center as well, kind of illuminating it. And this one is called Magical House. So again, you can see there, you've got the instruction manual, you've got the kind of the boards there before you actually put it together. And then obviously here, this is kind of what the final product looks like. And you can see there the kind of individual boards that you kind of link together. So yeah, it's pretty much in the vein of a 3D puzzle, if you like. Okay, moving on to the next one here, we have Magical Fantasy Corner. Okay, let's check out this one. So we have this here. So it's almost like a gigantic kind of like cupboard. Almost. You open up the cupboard and we have Magical Fantasy Corner. Look at this. This is really charming. Wow, this is so cool. So we have this kind of red, lush velvet chair. We have a divination ball. We have, again, a trunk. We have a wizard's hat or a witch's hat. We have some potions there on the side. We have a cauldron down at the bottom. We have a spider down there. I'm sure Erica's going to love that. That's exactly for you, Erica. They put that in there because they know you were watching. We've got the broom with the spider, and yeah, and a chest of drawers there with some more kind of maps as well. But I mean, look how charming and cool that is. That's really cozy. That is really, really cool. So, and there's another shot as well, kind of looking more inside it. We've got a little black cat down there. We've got a fireplace. Some more chest of drawers and potions and kind of ingredients and things. And we've got this beautiful light chandelier at the top as well. And it's got this kind of like glass roof as well, which is really nice. And the sign, Magical Fantasy Corner. I would love to have this, man. I'm so tempted to buy this. I really am, now that I'm talking about it. And there's another shot as well. So the beautiful red velvet chair, the fireplace, cozy fireplace, divination ball. Really, really nice. And there's another angle as well with the witch's hat and the maps. And kind of this like window here as well, where you can see into the city street down there. Really, really nice. We've got a couple more to get to here. So we've got this one here, time travel. So this one is called Time Travel. Okay, interesting. So this one looks to be the Hogwarts Express. So we can see here, it says, welcome to the station. It's got time travel written at the top. And it says time travel on the front of the train here. But again, you can clearly tell this is meant to be the Hogwarts Express. I mean, look at that and tell me that isn't the Hogwarts Express. Absolutely it is. But they've had to rename it. So we can see like the little station here. We've got a trolley with a couple of trunks on it. Obviously the Harry Potter trunks there. We've got a bench there as well, so you can sit and wait for the train. And then we've got the train itself parked in the station here. And then we keep going forward and we get another shot here. This one's got a bit more light on it this time, so it looks nice. Welcome to the station. We've got this kind of little sign up here. And you can kind of see in the background there looks to be like a banner on the wall or something. And we've got this nice kind of brick architecture going on here as well. So very, very nice. And you can see what it looks like there between your books in the kind of the book nook. And the train kind of edges out a little bit. So it's got that 3D kind of coming out of the book nook, which looks nice. And finally, we've got this one here. Oh, Magic House. We've already looked at this one. Okay, so that wasn't the final one. The Magic House. Even though we've looked at it, I guess we can just quickly go into it again. So, yeah, and then we'll kind of end off there, guys. But, yeah, so I just wanted to kind of dive into that and just kind of get your thoughts on it and see what you guys thought about this. Like I say, I found these in a shop down the road, and I came home, looked them up online, and I just want to pass this product on to you in case this would be something you'd be considering buying for yourself. I think they're pretty cool and they're pretty charming. They're not actually Harry Potter merchandise, but they're about as close to Harry Potter as you could possibly get. I mean, if you just got a Harry Potter like sticker or cut out a logo like out of a piece of wood or something and just kind of stuck it on the side, no one would be any of the wiser. This looks like it's ripped right out of, you know, right out of Harry Potter or out of Hogwarts. It looks like a Hogsmeade shop. You know, you wouldn't know any difference. But guys, jump into the comment section or the live chat and do let me know what you think about these products. Would love to hear your feedback as always. I thought you would find that interesting. Like I say, it's not necessarily a news story, and my confetti cannon just went off. Not sure why, but it is what it is. But yeah, I thought you guys would find that interesting. Like I say, if I ever come across something that I think is interesting in terms of it being connected to, you know, witches or wizardry or, you know, something that's sort of even if it's lightly connected to the Harry Potter franchise, even if it's not Harry Potter itself, but it's still kind of magical or wizardry, I'll always kind of inform you guys and let you guys know if I come across any fun products, so I can pass it on. And you know, you can kind of come to your own conclusions about, you know, whether it be something you'd be interested in buying for yourself. I'm definitely going to be buying one of these sets for myself. I don't know which one I'm going to get yet, but I have found some of them. I found some of them on eBay, like quite cheap, so I may order a couple of these. I'm gonna have to wait and see which one I'm gonna go for, but I'm gonna take a look around and see what prices I can come up with. But I'm definitely gonna get one of them because they look super fun. And you have to bear in mind, some of them that have the lights on the inside, they actually light up. Like, they have the actual real working lamps, and like some of the potions glow up inside them. So when you've got all your lights turned off, like the potion bottles glow and the light turns on, so they look really kind of sweet. They look really cool. And you could buy like your own little minifigures, I guess, if you wanted to, separately, because they don't come with minifigures. But you could buy your own little minifigures if you can find them, like a little Harry Potter minifigures, and kind of put them into the display as well, which I think would be really fun. So yeah, I mean, that's really cool. Looks so good on the Harry Potter bookshelf. Them glowing and lighting up makes them even better. Yeah, exactly. Or you could put your own lights in there. I mean, if you bought your own kind of LED lights, you could always customize it by putting your own lights into it if you wanted to, or, you know, all that kind of stuff. And if you look online on eBay and stuff like that, you can find individual little kind of like diorama parts that people use for little models. So you could kind of put your own parts into those models if you wanted to. Add extra potion bottles, you know, add a cat in there, add a add a spider. You could add like an extra owl in there or something, you know, something like that. You know, whatever you want to add in there that makes it, you know, makes it a bit more fun, you know, whatever's going on. Okay. Yeah, but that's where we are. So it's all good. What? I have no idea what's going on today. I have no idea. I'm in a cheeky mood, so you'll have to bear with me. I'm in a one of those cheeky playful types of mood today. I think I've had too many I've had too much sugar today. You know how it is. Yeah, it's all good. So what we're gonna do, let's just chat amongst ourselves for the next few minutes. Then we'll dive into our second topic, talking about Hogwarts Legacy 2. Slytherin era. Nah, not Slytherin for me. I don't want to be involved with those. You know, I know what they're like. I don't want to be involved with those rascals. I guess I'll show you guys this. Actually, I bought this the other day, right? I am Gryffindor. Yeah, I bought these the other day. These are completely unrelated to Harry Potter, but I think they're cool, so I'm just going to show you anyway. So I bought this the other day. I've got myself a Batman, a Zack Snyder Justice League Batman. It's kind of like a Funko Pop, but it's not. For those of you who are into like Batman and DC Comics and stuff, I thought it was pretty cool. I saw it in a toy shop just down the road from where I live. Zack Snyder's Justice League Batman there. I thought it was pretty cool. So, you know, I bought the Batman there. But then on the shelf, right, oh, getting it stuck. On the shelf right next to it, there was Iron Studios. That's exactly where they're from, Kimmy. Yeah, you got that right. And right next to the Batman, there was a Superman, a Zack Snyder's Justice League Superman as well. And I couldn't get the Batman without getting the Superman, so I ended up buying both of them. But yeah, I thought they were pretty cool. Like I say, I know they're not related to Harry Potter, but I thought you guys might like them, and I thought I would just show you guys quickly. So there they are. Iron Studios. I've got a few Batman and Harry Potter ones. Yeah, I realized the other day that they actually, the same company does Harry Potter like Harry Potter figures in the same kind of format. They're almost kind of like cartoony Funko Pop type characters, and they do Hermione Granger, Ron Weasley, and Harry Potter. So I'm on the lookout. I'm gonna look on eBay to see if I can find those. We've also got Subliminal's here as well. Thanks so much for joining us, Subliminal. It's great to see you. Subliminal's a Slytherin. So guys, Subliminal is a Slytherin, so, you know, keep an eye out. You know, keep eyes in the back of your head. We have a Slytherin in the chat. We never know what he's going to be up to, so just be careful. Kimmy says, yes, I've got those. They're really cool. Okay, awesome. That's great. Yeah, I'm definitely on the lookout. Definitely be on the lookout for those, Kimmy. So if I'm sure they'll be selling them on eBay, so I'll have a look on eBay a bit later and see if I can get the Harry Potter versions. But no, they're pretty cool. I'm not really sure what they are. They're kind of like cartoony versions, I guess, but they're pretty cool format. Okay, guys, so we've had a bit of a chat and a bit of a laugh. So let's they were under £20 each when I got them. Yeah, they kind of fluctuate. You can kind of get them between 10 and 20 depending on if you look around on eBay or Amazon, sometimes people are selling them cheap. It all depends, but you can find them between 10 and 20, roughly around that figure somewhere. Give a handshake as a Gryffindor to show. Oh, we got Flamingo here as well. Flamingo's turned up. It's great to see. We got Flamingo, Subliminal. Great to see you guys turning up. Thank you so much for being here. So we were just discussing Harry Potter merchandise. That's all. Okay, guys, so what we're going to do now, let's jump into our second topic, and let's talk about the features that players want from Hogwarts Legacy 2. This is a pretty interesting conversation, and it goes into some Reddit posts and what people have been saying on Reddit about features that they want, and I think they make some great valid points about things that people want to see in the upcoming Hogwarts Legacy game. So let's jump in, and let's see what's going on with that. We dive into Hogwarts Legacy and we have a discussion around the upcoming sequel to the first game. I am so excited. I cannot wait. I thought the first Hogwarts Legacy, man, I thought it was a masterpiece. I can just jump into the game, walk around and just vibe the game, man. I love the environments, the detail. It's just incredible. It's such a beautiful, relaxing game just to play, even when you're not doing missions. But I have to be completely honest. There are room for improvements. There's room for improvements with pretty much any video game. And this article here kind of dives into some of the improvements and kind of upgrades that maybe some of the fans want during the sequel game. So let's dive in and let's see what people are saying here. So this comes to us from thegamingbible.com. Hogwarts Legacy sequel, new feature leaves players in total agreement. Okay. So it looks like there's a new feature that everybody here has kind of got a consensus on that everybody wants for the upcoming sequel here. So Hogwarts Legacy wasn't without its faults. Absolutely. We have to be completely honest. As much as you love something, we do have to critique things at some point. You know, even when you love something, people can't shy away from saying the things that they don't like and do like about something, even if you enjoy that product, so to speak. So, but it certainly built solid foundations for what could be a blossoming video game franchise. I mean, it's already blossoming, if I can say the word. It's sold over 40 million copies already, so it's been pretty damn successful already. So, yeah. Whilst the sequel to the hit Wizarding World game hasn't formally been unveiled, it's widely believed to be in development. Well, we know for a fact that it's in development, and we know that it's going to be linking to the HBO series. But again, we've talked about it on the channel so many times, but for those of you who are new, we do know that Hogwarts Legacy 2 is going to have connective tissue over to the upcoming HBO series, but we don't know at this point how big that connective tissue is going to be. Is there going to be, you know, a large piece of connective tissue between the two things? We just don't know. Is there going to be like a small supporting character that maybe crosses from one to the other? I mean, at this point, we just don't know, but it's still exciting to know that they are going to be linked in some way. So, I don't think that will come as a surprise to anyone considering Hogwarts Legacy recently surpassed 40 million copies. Like I was saying at the beginning of the video, 40 million copies. That is insane. That's a major feat in this industry. Clearly, Avalanche Studios is brimming with ideas. Both a director's cut and expansion for Hogwarts Legacy were canned. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy, isn't it? You would think, you know, like with the game The Last of Us, right? The Last of Us is one of the biggest games of all time. And it seems that like every year, every 2 years, they kind of re-release the game with like, in a different version. They've got like the Ultimate Edition, the Expanded Edition, you know, the Open World Edition. I'm just making up names. I can't remember what they're called off the top of my head. But, you know, they've got all these editions, and it's like every year or every year and a half, a brand new edition of The Last of Us comes out. They just keep re-releasing the game in these new editions, but it sells and it makes money. And you would think they would do the same thing here with Hogwarts Legacy. They would have like the Expanded Edition, the Ultimate Edition, the Hardcore Edition, you know, like the Ravenclaw Edition, for me. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you could re-release this game over and over and over again, like in different editions with different content, and it would make so much money. And it's surprising that they haven't done that with this game. I'm not sure why they didn't choose to do that. So, given that this franchise is an absolute cash cow, well, yeah, we know that by now, the only logical reason behind said cancellations is whatever content was in the works must be being held back for the eventual sequel. Yeah, to be fair, it's kind of like, when you think about it, would you rather them just keep this game but adding content to it, or would you rather them bring out a Hogwarts Legacy 2, and then all the content they were going to add to this game, they're now going to save it and put it into the sequel? I mean, you know, it's kind of hard to tell, but like, I kind of understand that they're holding back the content from Hogwarts Legacy to put into the sequel. And I am looking forward to a sequel, but I mean, what are they going to do? Is it going to be a completely brand new map? Is it going to be the same kind of open world map that we've got in this game already, but are they just going to add extra zones onto it, like an expansion? I mean, I really just don't know, but man, it's really curious to find out once they do reveal that information. So when the game arrives, fans know the one thing they want to see massively improved is immersion. Okay, Hogwarts Legacy open world needs to be more interactive. Let us effing sit in chairs and lay in beds, began Reddit user Extreme Protection 234, gathering tons of support. Yeah, I mean, that is the thing, isn't it? I mean, there's everyday objects within the Hogwarts castle that you should be able to interact with, but you can't. Sitting on chairs, laying on beds. You know, this game is so immersive and like, it's so beautifully done, the art direction, that imagine if it was raining outside and you were sat in the common room and you could sit with your character and you could just watch the rain kind of running down the window. Like ASMR kind of aspect to it. I mean, look at the amount of YouTube videos that are based, ASMR videos that are based on this game. They need to add more of that kind of functionality into the game. I think it would be so cool. I'm sorry, I really enjoyed the game, but the whole common room and Hogwarts feeling goes away because you can't enjoy the castle properly. You can't talk to fellow students or enjoy the super comfy chairs or beds. You can't study in the library or go to proper lessons. Simply, you can't enjoy the game as a normal Hogwarts student, and I think that brings the entire game down a little bit. Yeah, I mean, playing devil's advocate, they're absolutely right. They're not wrong about that. More interactive elements, just every day. We're not talking about overly complicated mini games or expansions here. We're talking about just little interactive things. Imagine if you wanted to, say for instance for myself, right, I want to learn what like the top 10 deadliest Harry Potter spells are. Instead of going on Google and just Googling it, because I could do that any day of the week. Imagine if in the game, I could go to the Hogwarts library and there's books that give you information on Harry Potter lore and backstory and spells and characters. And you could go to the library, you could pick up the book, you could walk over to a table, place the book down, and then you could actually study these things in the library. I mean, how interactive and immersive would something like that be? It would be really fun and incredible. So, where are we? As I said, many players agreed. If you want to see more from Gaming Bible, okay. The fact that we only get to sleep on the ground is pathetic. Replied, sufficient match 559. Yeah, that is kind of weird that you can just sleep on the floor. As like to pass the time, you bring up the menu and you just sleep on the floor. Like you should have to go to a bed or like an inn or go back to Hogwarts or something to sleep in order for the time to pass. That makes a lot more sense. Completely agreed. And not to mention that you spend 90% of your time outside of Hogwarts. Don't get me wrong, I still love the game. It could just be a lot more immersive. Okay, yeah, I really wished I could interact more with the castle itself. That obviously includes just sitting down sometimes and watching the day go by, especially since the interiors of Hogwarts are absolutely stunning. That goes back to the ASMR thing that I was talking about. I mean, like, just sitting in the common room and just watching the students go about their everyday kind of stuff. You know, watching them playing games or watching them drinking butterbeer or, you know, again, sitting watching the snow on the outside of the window or the rain or, you know, just enjoying the kind of the atmosphere and the vibe. I mean, like, more interactive elements. It would be perfect. It really would. And I'm sure they're going to do that in the sequel. I really am. So, where are we? The kind of criticism has been around since launch, and I'm almost certain that it will be taken on board for the game's sequel. I very much agree. Hogwarts Legacy combat is fun, and its story is pretty decent too, with a really magical opening third as you go about learning spells as a student. The immersion does wear off, after that though, as very little interactive in the open world, plus the open world is too reliant on caves and ruins to be interesting. I'd love to see more companion systems introduced, and I'd even settle for a smaller open world with less repetition in it. It wouldn't even have to be hard to slightly extend Hogwarts Legacy's side content offerings. Why did Cross Wands and Summoner Court end so abruptly? They should have been mini games we could return to whenever. Let's hope the sequel delivers on all the requests players have been dropping since the original game's launch a lengthy 3 years ago. So yeah, I mean, they do bring up a good point. But like I said, just little interactive things that would elevate this game beyond belief. It really would. And I love the idea that I said, you know, where you could go to the library, and if I wanted to learn just about Harry Potter stuff in general, whatever it may be, I can just go and get a book from the library, sit in the corner, I can read it. I've got a nice little light on the desk, and I can sit there, and in the game I can study it for myself, not just for my character in the game, but I can read it myself. Imagine if you could read like the Harry Potter books in the game. There was like an interactive kind of book in the library, where you could read the Harry Potter books in the library, like through the game. And as you're reading the book, like the pictures are like animated as you're reading the actual Harry Potter books within the game itself. Like that would be something that would be epically cool. It really would. Imagine if you could go on the Hogwarts Express and you could walk around in the Hogwarts Express. You could interact, you could buy sweets off of the trolley. You know, all just these like little things here and there that would just elevate the material massively. But yeah, guys, so there we go. I mean, when it comes to Hogwarts Legacy 2, what features are you looking for? Do you agree with what they're saying here with these little interactive parts, you know, sitting on chairs, laying on beds, and just interactive things like that? Or are you looking for something bigger, like adding Quidditch, or, you know, adding more dragons, or adding more magical creatures? Whatever you're after, I would love to know. So guys, jump in the live chat or the comment section and let me know, what exactly are you looking for in the sequel? And what are you hoping that they add? Would love to hear what you guys have to say. Hey guys, that was a pretty cool article there, talking about, you know, some of the features that people want from Hogwarts Legacy 2. And I mean, we're not talking about like massive, you know, new things. People are talking about just small, everyday, little interactive objects that will just elevate the material beyond belief. And I mean, that's exactly what we're talking about. And Maverick Star has just shown up. Thank you so much for being here, Maverick. It's great to see you. Thanks so much for joining us here. But yeah, we're talking about just little things that you could do around the castle. It's unbelievable sometimes with games. It's like the smallest interactive component in a game can make or break the game, or kind of raise the material so much more than you think it would. I mean, something as small as, you know, sitting on a chair, like it said, something as small as being able to read a book in a library, you know, whatever it may be. I mean, it just improves the game and makes it feel that more immersive. But the biggest thing that I think they need is like replayability factor as well. They need to have mini games that you can go back and replay, and like things that can you can redo once you've hit a certain new level or unlock new spells. There's like certain things that you can go back and revisit and kind of do them in a different way with different spells once you unlock those spells. I think that's the kind of thing that we're talking about here that makes it more replayability. So once you've completed the main story, there's still stuff for us to do. Because that's the thing with sometimes with these games, as incredible as they are, I feel like I don't want to complete the game, because it's like, once I've completed the game, it's like, what do I do after? I don't know what to do because I've done everything. There's nothing else left for me to do. And there's no reason for me to explore anywhere because I have all the best loot. I've completed the game. I mean, what else am I supposed to do? So we need some sort of replayability factor as well. And I think that's part of the reason why they're going to implement multiplayer into Hogwarts Legacy 2, because if you've got a multiplayer component, then it keeps people coming back to the game, because there's always new things to do, you know, taking on new people, beating challenges, all that kind of stuff. So, and they're going to sell skins and do all kinds of things as well. Okay, so yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, so that's pretty much where we are. So I think it's all pretty cool stuff. But I'm really excited. I have no idea when we're going to get our first kind of, when they're going to release like the first teaser for Hogwarts Legacy 2, whether they're going to give us like an information dump, where they give us, you know, just an update about what the game, you know, the time period, the characters, the first piece of information, just don't know when it's going to happen. I honestly have no idea when that's going to drop. But can you imagine this year, if we're going to get, we're going to get our first teaser to Hogwarts Legacy 2, and we could get our first teaser to the Harry Potter HBO series as well, all in the same year. I mean, how crazy is that going to be for the game and for the series? I mean, man, there's going to be a lot of news for us to talk about here. Okay, Subliminal says, let's just hope that the anti-JK Rowling group tried to counter Hogwarts. Let me say that again. Let's just hope that the anti-JK Rowling group tried to counter Hogwarts Legacy 2. Then we will be assured that there will be a huge success like the first. Yeah, I remember when Hogwarts Legacy first came out, and there was like Twitter groups and, you know, Facebook groups trying to cancel the game, trying to boycott the game, and man, that just failed miserably. And now the game has gone on to sell over 40 million copies. So it's not going to happen. It's just a minority of people who don't like J.K. Rowling. I understand that there's a lot of people that don't like the things that she says. I get all that. I don't really want to dive into the political stuff. If you disagree with the things she says or you agree, you know, that's completely your own thing. And that's something that I don't really want to get into here on the channel. I don't want to get into political stuff because it never ends up well. So I don't want to get deep into that discussion. But regardless, there was a bunch of people who did try to get the game cancelled or boycotted the game. Obviously, that didn't work out too well because, like I say, 40 million copies sold. So, you know, that really didn't work out in their favor. So it is what it is. Yeah, so, I mean, that's just what it is. And I just hope they add more exploration in as well, because it's just great to kind of dive into the game and just kind of walk around. So it's good. Okay, we've been going 36 minutes now on the stream. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump into our third topic, and we're going to talk about the late Alan Rickman, talk about his legacy when it comes to the charity things that he did. Then we'll see how much longer we go after that third topic. I mean, it is a Sunday. It's been a long week. I'm pretty tired, guys. So I may not go as long tonight as I usually do. Sometimes we usually go for about an hour and 15. We may go a little bit shorter tonight. It's a Sunday. I'm pretty tired. It's been a long week. I've done so much editing this week. My eyes are beginning to fall out of my head because, you know, when you stare at a screen for too long and your eyes start to go square? You start to go a bit crazy. Sometimes I'm sat here and I'm like editing and I'm like singing out loud and I'm like beginning to go a bit crazy. Like it's all good though. Nah, it's all good. I'm not looking for sympathy, guys. I generally enjoy it. Like I have a great time putting these videos together and doing these live streams. I absolutely love it so much. It's really, really fun and it's just so great. But it is a Sunday and I am pretty tired. So like I say, we may not be going as long tonight as we usually do, so do forgive me. Okay. That's why you're cheeky right now. Yeah, that probably is. I'm going a little bit crazy. Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, I've got a big tub of low-fat yogurt in the fridge that I really want to eat. So you know, there's that too. Okay, guys, so with that down anyway, me just talking, I'm just rabbiting on now, talking about nonsense. Okay, let's dive into our third topic here, and let's talk about the late great Alan Rickman. Been 10 years since the guy passed away, and this is a bit of a tearjerker story. It's really, really heartwarming. It's really lovely to remember Alan Rickman in this way. So let's jump in and let's see what's going on here. A sweet story talking about the late Alan Rickman and the charity work that he did on the set of Harry Potter. I mean, rest in peace, his good soul. Forever remembered, Alan Rickman as Snape. So let's dive in. This comes to us from movieweb.com. Alan Rickman's incredible charity work on the set of Harry Potter revealed. Okay, so this is kind of cool here. I always love when we get stories about Harry Potter in kind of charity and them kind of intertwining both of those things, because Harry Potter, if it can help a lot of people, then I think that makes the fandom even more special. The fact that we, not just the books and the stories in general, they help a lot of people anyway, but when we kind of link it up with charity, that's even better in my opinion. Okay, so Harry Potter's Tom Felton has paid tribute to his late colleague, Alan Rickman, 10 years after he died from pancreatic cancer. In a memorial published by The Guardian this week, which also included anecdotes from Succession's Brian Cox and Love Actually director Richard Curtis, the Draco Malfoy actor remembered how the man who played Severus Snape would sneak terminally ill children onto the set by claiming they were his relatives. What? That's crazy. He would sneak terminally ill children onto the set by claiming they were his relatives. This gave them and their families a magical experience in dark times, and Felton has never forgotten this gesture. Wow, how cool is that? That is really, that's like hardcore. That is metal. To sneak terminally ill children onto the set so they can experience the magic for themselves firsthand. That is an incredible story. So this comes to us from Tom Felton. Rickman taught me a great deal about charity. He would often have half a dozen people visit the studio each day and would claim they were his cousins or friends. Really, he was offering terminally ill children and their families a chance to see behind the curtains. He also taught me that children don't want to meet actors, but the characters they play. I would usually greet a 9-year-old visitor by saying, "Hello, how's it going, mate?" which would usually freak them out. Why is Draco being so happy? Alan would sneer at them in front of his parents, then tell them to tuck in their shirts and clip them around the ear. Staying in character, I love that. Full Snape. Charming, disarming, and a delight to watch. He never smiled, but when I look back, I think he probably was smiling inside. What a beautiful story that is. But the fact that he had to lie and say they were his family members or friends to sneak terminally ill children, surely Warner Brothers would be okay if you just said, you know, I've got a bunch of really sick, ill children, and they haven't got long left to go, and I just want to show them around the set and give them a peek of what we do behind the camera. I'm sure Warner Brothers would be, you know, have no problem with that whatsoever. But it's still a cool story. But yeah, I don't think Warner Brothers would have an issue with that whatsoever. So Rickman, who's a Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry professor, enjoyed the most beautiful arc throughout the entire Potter saga, passed away at the age of 69 in January of 2016. Along with Snape, his most celebrated roles included the Sheriff of Nottingham in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, Hans Gruber in Die Hard. That's the first time I think I saw him as Hans Gruber. Absolutely love him in that role. He's so great. Grigory Rasputin in Rasputin Dark Servant of Destiny, and Alexandra Dane in Galaxy Quest. For a Rotten Tomatoes ranking of his 10 best movies, look no further than this list. So guys, I'll link that list down below. So if you want to look into Alan Rickman's top 10 best ranked movies, and you're looking for a movie to watch with Alan Rickman as we look back on him from his 10-year anniversary, I'll put that list below, and it will give you a good selection of movies starring Alan Rickman, so you can jump in, kind of remember Alan Rickman in your own way, and potentially watch one of his 10 best ranked movies there. I think that would be a great way to kind of celebrate his legacy. Okay, so the time Alan Rickman scolded Tom Felton for stepping on a wizard's cloak. Okay. This comes after Felton recounted the time that Rickman admonished, I cannot say that word, admonished him on the set of Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince over a wardrobe issue. In 2009 movie, the sixth in the franchise, there were the characters were kept close by Lord Voldemort, who tasks Malfoy with killing his most powerful enemy, Professor Dumbledore. Ultimately, Snape steps in to finish the job when the Slytherin student can't stomach it. While promoting his 2022 memoir, Beyond the Wand, The Magic and Mayhem of Growing Up a Wizard on social media, Tom Felton spoke of irritating his co-star to the point of a considered explosion. Eventually, I was told in no uncertain terms by Alan Rickman, "Don't step on my effing cloak." I sort of giggled. The Death Eaters and I looked at each other and thought he was joking. It quickly became apparent he's totally not joking. So he seemed pretty pissed off that Tom Felton kept standing on his cloak. So, rather awkwardly, Half-Blood Prince director David Yates instructed the youngster to walk as close as I can to Alan for the very next take. Lo and behold, Felton managed to strangle Rickman. The cloak was tightly attached to his neck. Again, almost immediately, who turned around and gave me a look you never ever want to see. In other news, fellow Potter alums Emma Thompson recently told GQ that the Snape actor was so fed up with being offered villainous roles after his Prince of Thieves success. Fortunately, along came Sense and Sensibility in 1995. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing though, isn't it? I mean, when you become you become typecast into a certain role, and when you do so good in that role, if it's like a breakout role, like playing Hans Gruber, I believe the guy was German. I think the villain was German, if I'm not mistaken. In Die Hard, he was the villain. When that's your breakout role and you become famous for that role, you kind of get typecast into it sometimes, and it's kind of hard to break out of that kind of typecast role. You know, all the offers are going to come in for you to play villains because you did so well in that breakout role as a villain. But as an actor, you want to break out, you want to do different genres, different roles, different characters. You don't just want to play villains your entire career. You know, you want to do other things. And it looks like Alan Rickman, you know, he had a wide variety of characters that he played. And like I say, you can go and check out that list. Where was it? Let me just try and find it quickly. Let's just go on this list. I'm curious here. So we've got Alan Rickman's 20 best movies. I'm not going to go through all of them. Let's just go down to the bottom here quickly. So let's go right down to the bottom here and let's take a look at the top 5. So we've got Sense and Sensibility at 97%. Number 2, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2, 96. We've got Eye in the Sky at 95. We've got Die Hard at 94 Rotten Tomatoes score. Then number 5, we've got Galaxy Quest. Let's just do the top 10. So Galaxy Quest at 90. Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban at 90%. The Search for John Gisson, 89%. Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire at 88%. Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street at number 9, 86%. Then we have Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince at 84%. So, like I said, I'll link this down below, guys. If you want to look through this list and, you know, choose one of these Alan Rickman movies that you want to watch to remember him by after the 10-year anniversary, then, like I say, I think that would be a great way to kind of honor his memory and kind of maybe watch a movie that you haven't seen before, starring the late, great Alan Rickman, Severus Snape himself. So let's just go back over to the article here and finish off. So yeah, I mean, that's just such a beautiful story, and I just kind of wanted to share that with you guys. It's just a short article, and but it's great. I mean, the fact that, you know, he lied to sneak terminally ill children onto the set of these movies to give them a sneak peek behind the camera of, you know, how the movies work, and Snape stayed in character as well, you know, telling them to tuck their shirt in, and, you know, just all that kind of fun stuff. The kids must have absolutely loved it. What a great thing. I think it's such a fun story. So guys, jump into the live chat or the comment section and let me know what you think about this charming story here of Alan Rickman, you know, doing this charity work on the Harry Potter set. I think it's really cool. Would love to know what you think about that. So guys, that was a pretty charming story about Snape and, you know, sneaking terminally ill children onto the set of the Harry Potter films to get a look behind the scenes. I mean, how cool is that? That is one of the coolest things I think I've ever heard. That is really, really fun. I love when companies do this kind of thing. I don't know if you guys have seen this. This is a bit off topic, but it's kind of on the same kind of topic at the same time. You know, GTA 6 is coming out at the end of this year. I don't know if you guys saw going around on Twitter, someone's parents, someone who's terminally ill, their parents messaged Rockstar and said, "My son is ill. Can he play the game before he passes away?" And basically Rockstar are going to allow him to play GTA 6 before he passes away. I mean, stories like that are just really cool. You know, when someone's got a terminal illness and companies allow them to use a certain product before it's released to the public because that person hasn't got long left. And I just think that's a really cool thing. And I love hearing those kind of stories. So, what I'm going to try and do, I'm going to try and do something here. I don't know if this is going to work. Bear with me. I've got a little magical spell that I'm going to try and put on the screen. I'm going to see if this can happen. I'm going to see if I can make a magical spell happen here. Okay, here we go. Bear with me 2 seconds while I try and set this up. It might not work. Grab that. Let's grab this. Let's go here. I don't think it's gonna work. Ah, it might do actually. Okay, I've got that there. Haha! I have a plan here, guys. I have a plan. You'll see in just a sec. I'm going to do some real magic. You're going to see. Okay. I say that, and I probably won't be able to get it to work now. Okay, let me grab this. Trying to edit in real time while I'm on a stream. How classy. Okay. Key color. Let me grab that. Okay. Don't know if this is going to work. Oh, I think I've got it to work. Okay. Okay, let me put that there. It's kind of working, kind of not. It's not the best. If I was given more time, I could make this look better. So I do apologize. But I'm just gonna... Let me just... Okay. Okay, I've got my little wand here. If I need to point it in the right direction. Okay, here we go. Let me see if this works. Okay, look. I'm doing a magical spell, look. Hiya! You see my magical spell? Hiya. I'm a wizard. I'm a real wizard. I've got a magical spell. It's all good. It's so cheesy. It's so cheesy. Yeah, Erica, it's a green light. It's the only one I could find. I literally just found it on the internet. It was like the first one I could find. If I actually did it before the stream and I was given a bit more time, I could do it better, but like it's the only one I could find. I might actually for the next stream, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have to well, I've got my wands there. Let me just grab let me go back over here quickly. Okay. That was fun. I wasn't sure if that was going to work or not, but that was quite fun. So yeah, what I might do for the next stream, actually, I might get a whole bunch of magical effects. I need to get some more magical effects for the stream, and then do some more magic here on the stream. I think that would be quite fun, actually. Now that I've said that, I'm gonna for the rest of I'm gonna be up half the night now messing around with magical effects, like. I've got me wand. Well, it's not really a wand. It's a pencil. A pen, sorry. It's a pen that I got out of my Harry Potter trunk calendar. But it doubles as a pen. So if I want to do some spells, if I want to get rid of those pesky Slytherins or Gryffindors, if I want to get rid of those, then I can kind of get rid of them with my spells. Then I can write down some notes after if I want to. Okay. We've got William here as well. Great to see you, William. Thank you so much for joining us, my friend. Great to see you here. We're just messing around, just doing some crazy stuff, just kind of talking amongst ourselves. Nothing too strenuous here. Okay, so I think what we could do here, actually. Let's go. Okay. I'm going to find. Okay, guys, what we're going to do for the next 5 or 10 minutes, we're going to do what we did in the previous stream, right? We're going to play a couple of rounds of Guess the Price. So for those of you who weren't in the last stream, we played a couple of rounds of a game called Guess the Price. So what I do is I put up a random obscure piece of Harry Potter merchandise, a picture, and you guys in the chat, you have to guess how much you think it's worth, and then I'll reveal the price and we'll see who gets the closest. That was quite a fun game. I quite enjoyed that in the last stream. So let's just do that for the next 5 or 10 minutes before we finish off the stream, because I think that's quite a fun game. But you'll have to bear with me for just a minute. I'm just going to have to find some items for the game. But just bear with me 1 second. Okay. Okay, let's see what we can dig up here. I'm going to dig up some really kind of obscure, weird stuff that I'm going to get you guys to bet on here. Okay. Okay, let me just find... I'm going to find something that's interesting here. Okay. Oh, wow, this is pretty cool. Okay, I found something good. So you guys are going to have to try and guess, the price of this. And this is a really cool item. Let me just grab the picture here quickly. Okay, so I do have the first item ready. This is wicked cool, this is. Okay, let me bring this up. Okay, here we go. if I can find what I'm doing here. Okay. Okay, guys, here we go. This is the first item. You have to try and guess the price for this. So this is basically it's a Harry Potter wand box, original on-set prop, signed by the entire cast in person. This is an original on-screen used prop from Ollivander's. Let me just blow it up a little bit more so you guys can see it. From Ollivander's One Shop, used on screen in the Philosopher's Stone, signed by the entire cast. How much do you think this is being asked for? Okay, Gryffindor says 1,000. Let me get some more details here. So it says, this is an original prop, scene dressing used during the making of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. These were given to guests at the world premiere by Warner Brothers, held at Odeon, Leicester Square in London on the 4th of November 2001. The gold label was put on by Warner Brothers to prove it was a genuine prop from the movie. So yeah, it comes from Ollivander's in the Philosopher's Stone. I mean, how cool is that? Okay, so we've got Gryffindor says 1,000. Scotty says 10,500. Kimmy says 7,500. This is cool. Gryffindor says, okay, let me more is way expensive. Okay, guys, I'll give you another 30 seconds or so to try and guess, and we'll see who's going to get the house points. We're going to see who's going to get points for their house. So you're not just playing for yourselves, guys. You're playing for your house points here. Whoever wins gets 10 house points. And actually, now that I think about it, what we're going to do, we're going to play a couple of rounds here. This is going to be quite fun. So we're going to play a couple of rounds here. You guys are going to represent your houses. I've got a sticky note here, and I've got my wand pen. I'm going to keep a note. I'm going to keep a note here of who wins and the house that wins here. Okay. So we've got Gryffindor, we've got Ravenclaw, Slytherin, and Hufflepuff. Okay. Gryffindor always wins the house points. Well, not necessarily here. Okay, guys. So, yeah, Scotty said 10,500. Gryffindor says 1,000. Kimmy says 7,500. William says 2,000. Erica says 8,500. I don't have long left. I wonder if Warner Brothers will let me visit the Harry Potter studios before I kick the bucket. I mean, give them a message. It's worth trying. Erica says 8,500. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys the official asking price here of this item. So the official asking price for this item is £5,535. £5,535. Okay, so who was closest here? So technically Kimmy was closest, but she actually went over the price. But yeah, Kimmy was closest. So Kimmy wins the first round. Kimmy wins the first round because she was closest. She said 7,500 and this is at 5,500. So you were still 2,000 out, but Kimmy wins the first round. Okay. But the last one is going to be all to play, right? Because the last item is going to be worth double the points. Double the points in the last item. So, bear that in mind. Okay. I feel like I'm playing a game of bingo or something. I feel like I've become a bingo caller. Okay, so let me just find the next item here. Wow, I need to find something really, really fun. I want to find something really obscure that you guys will never, ever guess the price of. That's what makes it all the more fun. Okay, let me keep going down here. Okay, where are we here? Just talk amongst yourself for just a minute, guys, while I find something really creative here. Oh... Okay, now we're talking. Now we're talking. This is crazy. Okay, this is so going to be the next item. You guys are going to love this. Okay, here we go. Let me grab this. Yeah, I'm so sorry about that, Erica. I know. Yeah, I'm sorry. You got to translate it into krona. I know. I'm not really sure what the best way of doing that is. I feel bad for you. I'm not sure. Okay, up next, guys, we've got this. Erica, if you do need any help, just let me know, and I'll try to translate it for you. I think that's the best thing to do. So up next, we have this item here. This is really, really wicked. Okay, so we have this item here. This is Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Trophy movie prop. So this is from the Deathly Hallows. So, this is directly from the hugely popular franchise of Harry Potter and Deathly Hallows Part 1. This is production used and acquired metal trophy, collectible movie prop, approximately 10 inches tall. So it says here that it was production used. Acquired metal trophy. So apparently this was used in Deathly Hallows, the movie. It was an on-screen prop in the Deathly Hallows, which is pretty cool. I mean, it's a pretty scary looking prop, I have to be honest, but it's pretty cool at the same time. So, what's the guesses here? Gryffindor says $10,000. Gryffindor says $10,000. That's interesting. Scotty says $100,000. Whoa, that's an ambitious one there. That's really ambitious. Okay, we've got William that says 4,000. We've got Kimmy that says 4,500. Some great guesses there, guys. Some really great guesses. Core says 25,000. Emma says 20,000. Okay. Man, there's some guesses all over the place. From 4,000 up to 100,000. Wow, you guys are really kind of, like, you guys are really spreading out with the guesses here. Okay, I'll wait another sort of 20 or 30 seconds here, guys. If anyone else wants to send in any more guesses. Okay, Erica says okay, Erica says 10,000 crowns, which is £819. It says £819 in that. Okay, guys, so the official asking price for this item is £4,771. £4,771 for that Deathly Hallows on-screen used prop. So, who was closest there? Kimmy says 4,500. So, Kimmy has won that round, 4,500. So, you were only 200 away. Only 200 away, Kimmy. Yeah, Gryffindor, you were way off. Gryffindor was way off. Scotty said 100,000. Scotty was way, way off. That was ambitious there. That was really ambitious. So, that's another 10 points for Hufflepuff. So, Hufflepuff, man. Hufflepuff is winning. Kimmy's on a roll here. Kimmy's on a roll. So, I think we'll do two more. We'll do two more here, guys. We'll do the next one. And then the final one is going to be double points. So, you know, if you're from another house, you could claw this back. So, okay, like I say, we'll do two more here. Okay, let me find something else here. I've got to find something really unique here. I love the fact that Scotty guessed 100,000. Okay. Oh man, what can I find that's going to be really trippy? Okay, let me just keep going here. I'm trying to find something that's not a book. I mean, there's loads of books that are for sale, but I think, like, I want something a bit more adventurous than a book. Wow, okay. Yeah, just bear with me again for 2 minutes, guys, while I just find something really creative here. Talk amongst yourself for just a minute. I'm definitely going to find something here, sooner or later. Hmm. I'm literally trying to find something. No, it's quite a fun game though. I really enjoy this. I think it's quite fun. I like it. I'll have to better prepare. What I'll do for the next stream, guys, I'll make sure I have a bunch of items already prepared for the next stream. I should have done that today, but I completely forgot about this game. We did play it last stream. We had a great time, and I was going to do it, but I've been so busy today. But for the next stream, I'll prepare a bunch of stuff. So I do apologize at the moment that I'm just having to look for something quickly. So, like I say, just bear with me for a minute. Okay. Most of these are books. Ooh, this is interesting. Okay. Okay, here we go. We've hit the motherlode. Let me grab that. Let me grab that. Okay. Let me just bring this up quickly. Okay, this is our next item here. So, I'll give you guys the description quickly of what this is. So, this is J.K. Rowling handwritten letters. Okay, let me just go down here. So, original correspondence to and from J.K. Rowling. Her letters are handwritten in green ink, plus an original limited edition soundtrack CD sent from J.K. Rowling as a present to a fan. So, this is a handwritten letter from J.K. Rowling, written in green ink, and it also includes a what did it say? A limited edition soundtrack CD as well, and a handwritten letter from J.K. Rowling to a fan. So how much do you think this guy's is? And I'll give you guys a hint. So this item isn't worth as much as what the last item was. So I'll just give you that. So it's not as expensive as the last item. We're going down in value. So it's not as expensive. The last item was 4,700 and it's not as expensive as that. So I'm just going to narrow it down for you guys a little bit easier. So it's a little bit easier for you to guess. It's less than 4,700. Okay, Core says 700. Scotty says 2,500. Gryffindor says 2,000. Okay, there's some really, really fantastic guesses there. I'm not going to say how close you are at the moment, but some really fantastic guesses. Erica says have no clue. William says 1,000. Okay. Okay, I'll give you guys another 30 seconds or so. And while you guys are still talking about it, let me just try to find the next item here. Okay, let's keep going down. Man, I would love to own this now that I think about it. It would be really, really cool. To own handwritten letters by J.K. Rowling. That would be really, really cool. Okay, so 1,000 Swedish crowns. So 1,000 Swedish krones or crowns, however you say it. That's 81 pounds, that is. That's 81 pounds, 1,000 Swedish krona. 81 pounds. Okay, so let me just go through this again. So Core says 700, Scotty says 2,500, Gryffindor says 2,000, Kimmy says 2,000, William says 1,000, Erica says 1,000, Swedish crowns. Okay, so the official asking price for this, and the person who's going to be winning this round is Gryffindor. The price is £2,046. So Gryffindor has won this round. Okay. Congratulations, Gryffindor. You win that one. So 10 points to Gryffindor. So that's how it's looking at the moment. So we've got 20 points for Hufflepuff and 10 points for Gryffindor there. Wait, check Kimmy. What did Kimmy say? Kimmy said 2,000 as well. Yeah, but technically Gryffindor, but technically you put your bid in first, even though, no, that's not fair, actually. I'm not sure how to do that, because, are we going to go with who bid first? No, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, okay, seeing as that's a draw, I guess seeing as that's a draw, we have to give points to both of you. Yeah, I say we have to give points to both of you because it's a tie. I was going to say you put your bid in first, but that doesn't make sense. Okay. So this is what it looks like now. So we have 30 points to Hufflepuff, 10 points to Gryffindor. Okay, so we're going to do one more item. We've got one last item here. This is going to be double the points. What we're doing is we'll continue this on for the next couple of streams. And we'll total the points up after we've done a few different streams. And whoever wins, we'll do something special for whoever wins. So whoever has the most house points after a couple of streams, we'll do something special for that particular house. Whatever it is that they want, we can figure out some sort of special reward or present for whoever wins. Okay, so this is going to be the last item, and this one is pretty cool as well. So, let me just see if I can find this quickly. Okay, this is actually really cool. So, I'm going to have to get multiple pictures of this for it to make sense. Bear with me 1 minute here, guys. Okay, so we've got that. And I need to get... Okay, and so I'm going to have to put up 3 pictures for this to make sense, basically. You guys will see in a sec. Okay, so this is going to be the final item of tonight's stream, guys. So this item here is, it's an ultra rare Harry Potter Prisoner of Azkaban official promo divination kit. It's a divination kit, a promotion that was given out for the Prisoner of Azkaban. Okay, so it says here, original and official Warner Brothers promotional set given to limited members of the press during the release of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. So bear in mind, this is going to be less than the previous item. So the previous item was 2,000, what was it, 2,100 or something? This is going to be less than that. So we're going down in price again. So just to help you guys out. And I'll put up this picture here as well. So it comes with a divination ball as well, and it comes with other little things inside it. So this is kind of the things that come with it as well. What's going on here? Did someone say that they have it? Erica, where is Dumbledore? He is busy. Erica, I have that one. Okay, well, if you have the item, then it's not really fair that you bid on it. Well, no. Well, you can't really bid on it if you have the item because you know how much it is. So it's not really fair, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter really, guys. Because the price here that's on the actual listing may be different to what Core has. So it doesn't really matter. Okay, so we have Gryffindor says 500. $500. Scotty says £400. Kimmy says 1,500. We have 700. We have 900 UK pounds. We have 900 from William. Emma Malfoy says 750. Okay, guys, so the official asking price for this item on the listing is £1,831. £1,831 for this divination set. This promotional Prisoner of Azkaban set here that was given to members of the press. I didn't pay anything for it, so I didn't know the price. Oh, okay. Well, that solves our problems, doesn't it? What? Is Kimmy won again? What did Kimmy say? Kimmy says 1,500. King of 4 just subscribed. Yay! New subscriber. Let's go. Okay. What? How? You must be looking up the prices online as we're playing. That's the only way I can do. That's the only way I can explain it. There is no possible way. There is no possible way that you've got all of those right. What the hell? You must be using, like, do you have your own divination ball? Is that what's going on? Okay, so another 10 points to Hufflepuff there. She's magical, absolutely. So, guys, what do you think of that type of game? Is that something you guys enjoy doing? Do you want to see more of this on the channel? Do you want to continue this in more of the next live streams? Do you guys like this game? If you do let me know. We can continue doing this over multiple streams, and we can add up the scores here. And there's other games that we can play as well. We don't just have to do guess the price. We can do all kinds of things. We can do like guess the character. I'll bring up a picture of the character, and what I can do is, right, I'll show you a bunch of emojis, and based on the emojis, you have to try and guess which Harry Potter character I'm talking about. And the first person who gets it is the one who gets the points. What about something like that? Do you guys think something like that would be fun? Okay, yeah, we'll definitely do that. So the next live stream is going to be on Wednesday, so that gives me a couple of days. That gives me a couple of days between now and Wednesday, so I can come up with some more ideas for different interactive games and things that we can do here on the channel. Yes, we do. That is a very good point. I was busy talking. Bear with me 1 second. Confetti cannon! There we go! Where are we? Confetti cannon! Woo! Oh, I need to get rid of these pictures. Bear with me 1 second. I'm trying to do several different things here at the same time. Oh, I'm pressing all the wrong buttons now. Get rid of that. Let me get rid of that. Nope, that's not right. Okay. There we go. I was trying to get rid of that divination chest, and I was I was looking at my control panel, and I've got like 50 different things, like different effects and different buttons, and I was like pressing the wrong thing. But anyway, like I was saying, guys, that was a really, really fun game. It gives me a couple more days until Wednesday when the next stream is going to be, so I'll come up with some really fun, great games, guys, that we can think of, and we can keep adding points to the score here. And then, like I say, once we come to the end of this kind of round of games, whoever has the most house points, we can do something like really, really fun. Like, say, for example, if Hufflepuff wins, How about this, guys? If Hufflepuff wins, you see how I've got the stream in blue for Ravenclaw. I'll change it all to Hufflepuff for 1 week. So that's going to be the reward. Whoever wins this series of games, I will change the layout of the stream into your house, whoever wins. So if it's Hufflepuff, I'll change everything to yellow, and the chat box will have a Hufflepuff logo at the top. So whoever wins will get that, the special theme of their house as the stream. How about that? I think that sounds like a really fun thing. I'll lose on purpose now. What? Why would you lose on purpose? But obviously, I don't think there's any other Ravenclaws in the chat. I was going to say, if you're a Ravenclaw and the Ravenclaw wins, then we'll think of something else. But I think I'm the only Ravenclaw here, I think. So it doesn't really matter. But yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do. So, Kimmy, I don't like the color yellow. Oh, well, we can think of something else. If you don't want to do that, we can think of something else then, if that's not what you want to do. But for the rest of the guys in Slytherin or in Gryffindor, we can change it to those house colors. And if Kimmy wants to do something else, we can do something else. Oh yeah, Scotty's a Ravenclaw. I do apologize. So yeah, we can think of something, but that's kind of an idea that I came up with. So yeah, we'll definitely do that, guys. That's going to be the reward. We'll change the stream colors to your house colors for 1 week. That's going to be, and you get bragging rights as well. So for that 1 week, you get to change to the house colors on the stream, and you get bragging rights. So you can lay the smackdown on people in the chat, and you can brag all you want. That's your reward. Okay, guys. So I think that's a perfect place to finish off tonight's stream anyway. And Mar, it's great to have you here, my friend, but unfortunately you're a little bit too late. We're just about finishing off the stream. But thank you so much for being here. You can go back and watch it after the fact. If you've missed out the entire stream, you can watch it after the fact, after the video goes offline. Lol, bragging rights, that do not sound so much Hufflepuff. Is there a Discord group? Yes, Mar, there is a Discord group, but it's a members Discord group. So if you become a member of the channel, you get access to the members Discord chat. Yeah, so that's going to be it for tonight, guys. Thank you so much for being here, for taking part in the game. It's a really, really fantastic stream. It's been really amazing. It's been a great time. Thank you so much for being here. It's absolutely fantastic. I've had a really fun time. It's been a great way to finish off the week. Let's go back into the week strong tomorrow, guys, starting off on a Monday. And I hope you guys have a fantastic week ahead of you. It's going to be a really, really fun week. I will see you guys on Wednesday. We'll be back for the next set of games. And we'll be back. And let's hope you guys can put some more points on the leaderboard for your house. So I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Thanks so much, guys. And have a good rest of your day.